Internet has been a continuous need for everyone since the day it was discovered. It brings many disadvantages, but it could also be beneficial to us, users. Internet is used in gaining information and to make our tasks a little bit easier.
Its usage are becoming major causes of internet dependency, and later on becomes a potential problem to the development of the behaviors and abilities of adolescents.
Communication access has been a great convenience to everyone since the introduction of the internet to the human race.
This phenomena of compulsive internet use has been termed internet addiction based on its superficial similarity to common addictions such as smoking, drinking, and gambling.
It can cause many different outcomes to the lives of many. What are those outcomes? Let us now learn more.
This video is beneficial to the students for them to be able to know what are the causes of internet dependency and its effect to their academic performance.
Peers shall benefit from this because they can identify if their friend is an internet dependent.
Parents will be informed about the effects of internet dependency to their children.
This will also benefit the readers, especially those adolescents who are already addicted to the internet since they will become aware of the negative consequences of overusing.
Lastly, it will also be beneficial for the future researchers, for it will become their guide to help them improve and provide reliable resources for their research study. There are 4 components of internet dependency, which are excessive use of internet. Scientists say that the average of people are online for 24 hours a week. Withdrawal, the unpleasant physical and mental effects that result when you stop doing or taking something. Tolerance, a hallmark of alcohol and drug addiction and seems to be applicable to internet addiction as well. Negative repercussions. One negative effect of internet addiction is that you may not have any real personal relationships, or the ones you do have may be neglected or suffer arguments over your internet use. There are several symptoms of internet dependency in terms of physical well-being like backache, carpal tunnel syndrome, headaches, insomnia, neck pain, dry eyes, and other vision problems. There are also several symptoms of internet dependency in terms of behavioral factors, which are depression, dishonesty, anxiety, feelings of guilt, feelings of euphoria when using the computer.
Now, let us discuss the causes of internet dependency. Under biological causes, the structural changes and the brain's region affecting the capability of the young's mind to prioritize tasks and is well suited for any kind of technological habits that can lead to addiction. Let's move on to the second cause, which is the intense hunger for knowledge and information of the teens. The internet provides immediate and non-stop access to its data, and this can sound interesting for the information addicts. Lastly, and the main contributor that influences the internet addiction is the mental health condition of an individual. Adolescence is a crucial period for developing and maintaining social and emotional habits important for mental well-being.
Now that we already know the causes of internet dependency, let us tackle about the effects of being internet dependent. One of these effects is the behavior when it comes to academics. Academic behavior is the way how the student act or conduct to learn things, and may result either positive or negative to their academic performance. Internet could also be in the form of phones and tablets, and it thus become a part of everyday lives. Some students use it for their academic tasks or purposes, but some are just wasting their time for non-educational content. Also, students are prone in participating to those activities that might affect their academic matters that limit them from the exploratory process, or the process wherein they search and explore by themselves without the means of being too much internet dependent. It also provides convenient mechanisms such as easy to access information, download files, copy-paste method that may lead to the most commonly known issue called plagiarism.
Interpersonal behavior is described as actions that are present in human interaction or relationships. Adolescents are more vulnerable to internet addiction than adults. Addiction that can affect their social performance and lifestyle. It is a serious problem worldwide, especially in developing countries. The feeling of loneliness was also a positive concept. A voluntary withdrawal of the individual from the daily struggles can help achieve higher goals, such as thinking, meditation, and communication with God. To compare ourselves with others often makes one feel like a failure, leading to depression. they become insensitive and engage into fights. The most destructive one is alienation, or loneliness caused by social isolation. This is what results into the depletion of the quality of communication.
People tend to isolate themselves from social interactions because of the time spent using the internet. They would rather spend their time going to their bathroom or bedroom to really focus on using the internet instead of communicating to their parents, relatives, or peers. Anxiety and depression. Anxiety happens when internet-dependent people are too cautious in posting information about themselves. They always overthink about the perceptions of other people towards them. Moral corruption. Some of the contents coming from the internet can greatly influence the morality of a person. This can have a huge impact to adolescents since they are in the developmental stage. If a person loves to watch videos on the internet that shows aggression, that person has the tendency to adopt the action portrayed on the video. Impulsive behavior. Since the person loves to watch aggressive videos on the internet, he or she has now adopted it in real life, and this impulsiveness could seriously harm anyone.
Almost 50% of the grades were based on the academic performance of the adolescents, and internet addiction can be a great factor to affect this.
Students believe that the internet is far better than their school libraries for its convenience. They also believe that the computer has helped them improve their reading habits.
The term cognitive is related to the word cognition. Cognition is the mental action or the process of acquiring knowledge and understanding through senses, experiences, and thoughts.
In terms of academics, being knowledgeable is important, and to be able for us to be knowledgeable, we must have incredible information. One must be knowledgeable and be particular on such things. It is also considered as a significant source of producing and dispersion of ideas in many instances.
Too much reliance on the internet for information can decrease someone's cognitive ability. It cannot develop our analytical skills in real life. Students use internet for carrying out their research activities, and they are obtaining information that could not be found in printed sources. Now that we're done with the discussions, let's have a quick recap.
Some physical symptoms are headache and backache, while the emotional symptoms includes depression and anxiety.
There are four major causes of internet dependency. These are the structural changes in the brain, the thirst for information, internet as a coping mechanism, and the mental health condition of an individual.
In terms of academic behavior, seeking information through internet can be done in diverse ways. Internet can also result to unethical behaviors such as copy-paste method.
In terms of interpersonal behavior, internet addiction affects someone's social performance and lifestyle, and isolation depletes the quality of communication.
Some of the intrapersonal effects that were observed are isolation, anxiety and depression, moral corruption, impulsive behavior, and dishonesty.
Some of the negative effects to the academic ability are self-reported internet dependency and impaired academic performance of the students who are associated with the greater use of the internet.
Parents should impose the content filter system of the internet so their children can access inappropriate websites for adolescents.
Effective counseling programs of the school dealing with this issue should be enhanced.
There should be interesting and wide-ranging leisure activities for adolescents.
Arguments about the effects of the internet to the abilities, capabilities, and behaviors of the adolescents is still ongoing. There is no denying that the phenomenon of the internet made everyone's lives easier.
However, some cannot resist the temptation to use the internet for a long period of time, and this could further result to such complicated negative consequences that can hugely affect the adolescent's development.
We hope
That you've learned a lot from this video.
Let us all remember
That too much of something is never okay.
So use the internet moderately.